Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne, Rock 1 2.1, KFMA. He just announced that he is no longer touring. Officially retired from touring. Ozzy just can't do it anymore, but he thanks all his fans for their understanding, their patience, and their support during all this time. He broke his back a couple years ago and hasn't necessarily recovered from that. And he attempted to do some shows, but it was just too much. And he's like, you know what? I'm 74 years old. I've been doing drugs since drugs started doing me, and I
keeping
never
him
stopped.
alive, basically.
Right. That's what basically happened with my grandfather. Like he drank vodka every day, right? And then he had a surgery coming up, and they told him to stop drinking vodka. He stopped drinking vodka, and he ended up passing away.
Jeez.
He almost preserved himself with the alcohol.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm no doctor, but when I get older, I'm definitely going to start hitting that vodka hard. Live forever. All right. We got Chef Dante in Chef Kenneth Boy from Dante's Fire in studio right now.
Favorite vegan beef.
Blame it on the new studio, dude. But we do have up to $100 in gift certificates to Dante's Fire. Of course, they got a fantastic Valentine's Day special going on. $65 per person. Gets you a 3.5 course meal. And it's a very fine dining. Of course, Chef Kenneth Foy is our Iron Chef champion. So he is the reigning champ, Iron Chef, one of the best menus in town. And it's also a fantastic, great romantic setting for Valentine's Day. Like I said, the smash rate is through the roof. I mean, people don't go on dates there and not score. It's almost on the menu, right? So if you want to try to win up to $100 in gift certificates right now, give me a call, 600-KFMA, 600-5362. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tap Out.
The only game where you can quit and win. Think you have what it takes to last 5 rounds? Let's find out. Beef Vegan presents Tap Out.
All right, so here's the deal. First person who get the $20 question correctly is going to be our contestant. For every question they answer correctly after that, after we ask the question, you got 5 seconds to answer it. They're going to get themselves another $20 in gift certificates to Dante's Fire. But if you don't know the answer or answer incorrectly, then the rest will go to our scavengers. So you don't even have to play to win. Let's see who our first caller is. Rock 1 2.1, who's this?
Michelle.
All right, Michelle. If you can answer this $20 question, you're going to be our contestant. You have 5 seconds on the clock after Chef Kenneth Foy asks it. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Chef Kenneth Foy, go ahead and ask that question.
How many oceans are there on Earth?
3.
3 is incorrect. So sorry, Michelle. Let's go to the next line. Rock 1 2.1, who's this? All right. Here's your question. You got 5 seconds to answer it, okay? Go ahead.
How many oceans are there on Earth?
How many what?
Oceans are there on Earth?
There's 5.
That is correct.
Ooh,
all right.
Ding, ding, ding.
Say your name again.
It's Arnoldo.
Arnaldo. Okay, Arnaldo, you're our contestant here. So you got 5 seconds on the clock after every question. So you got $20 in your bank right now. Here's your $40 question. Chef Kenneth Foy, go ahead and ask Arnaldo.
What does IPA stand for?
Tap out.
Oh, no. Right off the bat. You tapped out, Arnaldo. You don't know what IPA stands for, huh? All right, Chef Kenneth Foy.
I drew a blank.
Yeah, Chef Kenneth Foy, tell him what IPA stands for.
India Pale Ale.
And why does it stand for India Pale Ale?
In the old British trade routes, sailing across the ocean blue, to preserve the beer, they loaded it down with hops, or it would go sour on the trip to India.
Oh, okay. So hops are a preservative.
Yes.
Nice. So that's how we got IPAs. The more you know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the good news for you, Arnaldo, is you tapped out with $20 in your bank account, so you will get a $20 gift certificate to Dante's Fire. And that's great news for our scavengers. That means I have 4 gift certificates to give away. And Arnaldo, I need you to give me 4 numbers between 1 and 10.
1, 3, 5, and 7.
Caller number 1, he's so dejected. You listen to him. He's so bummed out.
He's drinking IPA now.
Caller number 1, 3, 5, and 7. Call now. You'll be our scavengers, and you'll pick up a $20 gift certificate to Dante's Fire. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Tap Out. I just deleted my intro. Oh.
The only game where you can quit and win. Think you have what it
Yes, welcome back. Well, thank you guys for joining us here on the stream. This is our new studio. We're not completely done yet. And I need all my OG streamers, everyone streaming, to kind of give me any kind of feedback as far as audio is concerned. The visual aspect, there's a long way to go. I have Jack in studio right now. Jack is the owner of, which we're going to be talking about here on the air, the Bookstore Southwest. Is that what you call it, Jack?
Yeah, the adult shop.
The adult shop, yeah.
Bookstore Southwest.
You can't hear me here. You see, can you hear? You can't hear my voice right now, and you can't hear. You hear music as well.
I hear the music. Yep.
Why is that? Oh, all right. Well, we're on the air now. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents in studio. I got a very special guest that we are going to be talking about our half-off Friday deals that we have going on. It's the adult shop. Say it again. What's Jack? Tell me the official name of this again. As I'm multitasking.
Bookstore Southwest Adult Shop.
Yeah, the Bookstore Southwest Adult Shop, right? Just east of Krakow on Speedway there. So with the half of a price Friday deal that we have going on, you get you pay $50 to get $100 gift certificate. Now, the reason why that's important is because Valentine's Day is right around the corner. So you're talking about the goodies that you can get from the Bookstore Southwest Adult Shop. Well, we're going to show you those on our podcast broadcast stream. You can join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. We'll have more with Jack right after some System of a Down on Rock 102.1. So keep it right here. Clear. Okay. So, and you still hear music, Jack?
Yeah, we both hear music.
Okay. Well, then take the headphones off and then I'll be able to.
We'll do it live.
No, I heard you.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
we're on the air.
When we're on
Now
the air,
it's
yeah.
music.
Now, normally, so just to kind of fill you in, Jack, this studio, this is the first day back on the air for me from this live studio because we had to push you back, right? And it's great, you know, having the whole studio setup is good, but there's so many different kinks that we're finding out here in real time. So next time you come in, and there will be a next time, you know, you'll be able to hear us while we're talking on the podcast as well. So that's more of a me problem. It's not a you problem. But we are live streaming here. And so we're going to show off a bunch of different things. And we're going to be back on the air here in about 2.5 minutes. We're going to talk about some of these products that you have here. So
Looks like there's a lot to go through.
there is a lot to go through. Like first, what's this first big ass box you got, Jack?
That's an exploration kit. 10
An exploration kit?
Yep.
Okay.
10 different products. They're sealed in boxes, so you really don't know what they look like or anything. So it's kind of like, 10 days before Christmas.
Okay.
You
Nice.
open up one each day, and
So it's like a mystery box.
Yep. And,
That's
I
awesome.
mean, it does describe kind of what it is on the back of the box, so you're not blindsided. But say you have a partner that you want to introduce something to, but
Right.
you don't know if they're going to be into it.
Yeah.
Well, this is your excuse. Well, it's number 5 in the box. We got to try it. Huh?
Exactly. We warmed you up with 4 others. Now we're on number 5, and that's where the plugs get involved. So that's here. You mind if I see this box? I want to see this back here and kind of show this off. You know, I'm like a kid in a candy store. So this is cool because again, with this exploration box that we have here, it's essentially, look, we've been parents. I'm sure a lot of us here on the stream for a while. We've been buying these mystery gifts for our kids for quite some time. Some of the joy that these kids love is just finding out what they have inside it, right? But as an adult, we don't get that same experience. And now we have something that's literally catered to adults where it's like the excitement is what's going to be inside.
It's a horny nativity calendar.
Exactly. Or Advent. Yeah. Yeah.
Advent calendar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And on the back, so the back, oops, I don't want to mess it up. So on the back, oh shit. Okay, we're not on the air.
Woo!
I got it, Kelly. It's the new studio's fault.
Why is it vibrating? You just dropped it.
It dropped it and fell right
Shaking
in my
everywhere.
ass.
Typical.
Typical, I know. So that's cool. Awesome. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of different goodies here. And of course, the angle that I'm excited about is that it's Valentine's Day coming up. So
Yeah, love is in the air, baby.
absolutely. And if love isn't in the air, let's have some lust be in the air. Have
There
some
you
good
go.
times. How long have you been an owner of this shop?
33 years,
33 years? Same location?
same location.
Nice. How has the business changed over 33 years?
Oh, it's crazy because in the beginning, even Yellow Pages wouldn't take our ads, and now we're live on radio.
Yeah, that's
The
right.
long game.
You just had to wait for society not to be so prude.
And technology. I mean, it's come a long way. It's been introduced in the adult industry
Mhm.
to the max. I mean, we have live virtual,
Shows. Here we're back on.
well, no,
Right.
torsos and full body.
Oh,
Pictures you could take home.
yeah, that's true. We're talking with Jack. He is the owner here of the Bookstore Southwest Adult Shop, which is our latest half off Friday deal that we have just in time for Valentine's Day. So when you're talking about gifting your loved one something special, something that you both can enjoy, that's the Bookstore Southwest Adult Shop. So a $50 purchase will get you a $100 gift certificate. So you're talking 2 for 1. And there's a lot of different goodies you can get for $100 to spice up things in the bedroom or just to entertain yourself. And there's some things that you brought in that I'm not going to be able to say on the air, but I'm 100% intrigued.
Let's just say the studio got a little spicier.
Let me see that automatic beach. That's all I can say there. But this thing, I can't describe it on the air, but there's a tongue involved, and it looks very impressive. How much does something like this go for?
That particular brand is around the $200 price point.
Still cheaper than a girlfriend.
Hey.
Cheaper than a girlfriend, I'm telling you.
I spent more on a one-night date. You know?
Exactly. And it's cool though, because what are all the different things that the Bookstore Southwest Adult Shop offer? I mean, obviously you have your accessories, your toys, to play with, and what else you have?
We've got just about everything you can imagine. We're not a big box store that just brings in the top 10 sellers.
Right.
We search out stuff. I've got stuff from Costa Rica. I've got stuff that I brought over from Thailand. Just unique stuff. I've had new customers that are moving over from California, and they're like, this is like a hidden treasure trove. We didn't even know the big box stores don't carry this kind of stuff.
Right.
Interesting.
You know, and it's the thing, like a lot of people, they would be shy or embarrassed to go into a store like this and maybe just keep their kinks on Amazon. But that's not going to give you ideas of what's out there. I mean, sure, you could try to peruse through the internet and try to find things, but the reality is you go down there to the Bookstore Southwest Adult Shop and you have all these like hidden gems and items where you wouldn't even consider looking up, you know, and that's kind of like the joy of going into a brick and mortar like your establishment.
Well, I actually do peruse the internet to find stuff for our customers.
Yeah.
So I've done the work for you.
But you're an expert and you've been in the game for 33 years. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So you know stuff, and there's almost like you know the trends. Have you noticed trends in different accessories that people have had over the years?
Absolutely. Like the rabbit is a classic example.
Yes.
Sex and the City had it on their show, a TV show, and we just constantly had 10, 12 people a day calling for it.
Still consistently.
Yeah, yes, and that was like 10 years ago, and it's still one of our hottest sellers.
I mean, the rabbit at this point, everyone knows what it is.
It's a household name.
It is a household name. Those ears, man, they're magical.
Hippity hoppity.
All right, we're going to talk more. In fact, actually, on the podcast broadcast stream, it's adults only. So if you're a kid, don't join us, youtube.com/beefvegan.
Yeah.
But we're going to show off some of the goodies that Jack brought in that you could pick up at the Bookstore Southwest Adult Shop, just east of Speedway on Craycroft. So more with Jack coming up next on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. All right. Mute your phone, Rico. I'm hearing it. It's annoying the shit out of me.
No, the phone is mandatory. It has to be volume.
Bring it all the way. Is that
It's
as
all the
far
way
down?
down, but if it's on the phone, it has like a mandatory.
All right. We could kill it then. All right. Well, no, actually keep it up because. Oh yeah, no, here, take that back. All right. So this is unveiled. What is? Ooh, we can actually talk about that on the air. Let's talk about stuff we can't talk about on the air.
Let's get naughty.
Yeah. Let's talk about the fun stuff.
The beach.
All right, this one.
super-
Turn that around. This is the Super Sucker. All right. The technology of these things are amazing. I had a gift that I got from a girlfriend was like a blowjob Betty, right? Which was kind of just like a silicone kind of thing, a little mouthpiece, and then you pull it at the end. I don't want to get into how I did it, but it was awesome. It was so awesome. In fact, actually, you know,
You're still talking about it.
well, there was a couple times where my girlfriend's like, "You want to get it on?" Be like, "No, sorry, babe, I'm exhausted," because it was that fun. But now you got the super sucker, and essentially, I mean, it works pretty simple, right? You just turn it on, and it just goes to town, huh?
Yeah, it has motors in there that gyrate, and then it also has a suction. So,
And do you lube it up before you put it in? I imagine so.
yes.
Yeah.
And it has different speeds and different variations on how it spins. So
Okay.
it's like having 10 different girlfriends at once.
Oh, Jesus.
What a hell of a sell.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that I would be weary of is enjoying it too much and not wanting to go back to the real thing. But I mean, the technology on this stuff has been so good that.
Yeah, this man has seen the evolution of technology going from no Bluetooth to Bluetooth sex toys now. That's quite a jump.
Yeah. I mean, shit, like 33 years ago. Yeah. You might have something like this, but it might have been like gas powered or upholstered like
a lawnmower.
We actually had one that had a chainsaw motor and a motor from a mixer from your kitchen.
Yeah.
Back in the old days.
Wow. Yeah. So the technology here has been a lot. You just basically plug it in, charge it, and you're good to go. How good is the charge for this, or is this batteries?
These are rechargeable.
Nice.
They last up to 2.5 hours, I believe.
Nice.
Different products have different shelf lives or speed times, depending on the battery technology. So your lower end stuff that will not last as long as
Okay, of the higher end stuff. Yeah, well, that makes sense. So you get what you pay for. All right, put that aside because Kelly in the background has something that she's gonna show off here.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, this thing.
Woo!
They call this the Fetish Fantasy Series, and holy shit.
I'm terrified.
We might get kicked off of YouTube for showing this, but
Maybe.
we'll find out.
It's
And
art.
It's our first show back anyways. It is art. So I'm going to pull this up here. And so, yep, there's a dick.
I've never seen you so close to that. Yeah.
No, I'm going to back it up here. All right. Yeah, let's not be on the dick too much.
Football. So this is for men and women.
This is the fantasy football.
Yeah, you can hold on to it just like a football. The man uses the back half and the woman uses the front half. Or if you're really into it, you can reverse the front half to the back half of the man.
Yeah,
It's versatile.
This is
Hold your
this
cell phone.
thing is actually brilliant in many different ways because it pleases the man and the woman at the same time. And say your woman wants to switch it up and get something a little bigger, right? You still want pleasure while pleasing your woman. That's what this thing's built for. It's a sex machine, a crazy ass sex machine.
And the packaging, look at that. It looks very discreet. So you can make it like a vacuum cleaner.
It looked like a
something.
vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Baywatch, babes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The slow motion running.
Yeah. So yeah, this sex machine. What does one of these things run? And there's a USB port too, which I don't understand why, but you gotta explain
3.0.
that.
That's rechargeable, so you can
Okay.
charge it up and take it in the bedroom or take it out to the porch or the couch or wherever you prefer.
Right.
I believe this one goes for $400.
$400. And they got the handles there.
It's actually, yeah, $450.
$450.
But we'll give you $50 off if you mention you saw it on.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Boom.
If you guys are looking to get the fantasy football, but it's the couple sex machine, then $50 off if you mention the podcast broadcast stream. Yeah, it's crazy the technology in that.
I actually sent this to Punxsutawney Phil, and that's why he's seen as
Shadow.
They're woodchucks is their real name.
Yeah.
So Punxsutawney Phil used this, got wood, and went back in this den.
That's amazing. And it's also, in partnership with King Cock, the interchangeable award-winning King Cock dildo. So does it come King Cock included?
You have one included, and then we have probably 30 different versions.
That's crazy.
Size, shape.
Is that box, is that already opened? Let's
No.
see. Okay. All right. So we won't open it.
It's a fresh.
I did want to take a peek at that King Cock. Is that weird?
Given the circumstance, no,
Someone
it's
doesn't
all right.
run the store. Have you come in after hours or before we open? Don't be shy.
No, I'm just curious to see what exactly makes a.
Dude, that's a whole segment right there for us. Let's do it.
Yeah. That's okay.
Nice.
Well, yeah, we'll come down and shoot a
Yeah.
video. Jack, we're taking you up on that. Rico and I like to make TikToks and a bunch of different videos. We'll come down and explore and see what we can get away with on the interwebs there. So yeah, that Fetish Fantasy Series, that's a doozy right there. Pretty impressive. A 2-in-1 pleaser. And I think I know a lot of people who would utilize this. I mean, it's getting, you got to be open-minded and really just embrace the technology, but it's there.
I do love the smartphone little side here. It's just perfect application.
So you can film
Addition.
yourself while doing this.
Yeah.
So what is that for? Yeah.
So you can watch a video.
Oh, okay. So you can watch a
You
video.
can watch Netflix.
Well, I mean, why are we detaching our, you got your partner there, right? If you're using it by yourself, I understand the video holder, but if you have your partner there, I would appreciate the scenery that you have going on. But I guess if you've been together
There's a
long
lot of
time-
shows to catch up on, Beef.
And you might be looking at her backside depending on how she's using it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
probably will be using. Well, I mean, there's various different ways.
We were
I've
actually
already-
introduced to this by a 77-year-old couple. So
Really?
you got to get your
Holy.
you got to
Good for them.
moly. Yeah, good for them.
So the
indeed.
technology's helping jumpstart too.
Yeah, it is. That's amazing. All right, Kelly, you can go ahead and move that one out of the way and let's see what else we got here. Thank you. A lovely model there, Kelly.
Uh-huh.
How many of these did you buy, Kelly? All right.
This is just some DVDs I brought for you guys.
Hell yeah.
Share with your friends. Trade them for gas at the gas station.
I love it. Oh, I love it, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
We have safe sex kits.
Okay. Is that a condom included or no?
There's condoms. There's lube. There's a little bit of everything you need for a starter pack, or if you're just on your own on a business trip, you have a little safe sex kit.
Nice.
What's real popular these days is
Anal bleach. Oh, you have that in a little container.
Yep.
Okay.
so you can take this
On the go.
and,
Does it burn?
It's got a little sensation to it, but it tingles.
Okay.
But
Is-
I think the Kardashians use these.
Yeah, no, for
Nice.
sure. And I mean, a lot of people should, and they don't realize they should. What, like one application, does that do the trick, or how many times do you have to use anal bleach?
Yeah, it's kind of like the reverse of suntan lotion. So you use it the first time, and it helps. The more you use it, the more whiter you get.
Yeah. You don't want to get too pink, though.
I think
you
Michael
know?
Jackson started using this on us.
Yeah.
More
I'm sure all over his
Allegedly.
entire body.
allegedly. Anal ease. So this is strawberry flavored. We have cherry flavored.
For analies, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
So that desensitizes you.
You said you have chocolate flavored analies?
Sold.
Cherry.
Oh, cherry.
Cherry and
Do they
strawberry.
make chocolate?
I believe they
Cordial
do,
cherry
yes.
flavored.
All right.
So this adds a little flavor. It desensitizes, tingles. So it can be used by men that are using prostate toys,
Right.
or
Or women who are into that
alternative
thing.
lifestyle,
Absolutely.
or women that like anal.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Don't know they like anal. This will loosen them up a little.
Exactly. Kind of help them get into that. What's a good introductory for a couple who say you were doing the regular boring like missionary and doggy and want to spice things up? So what's a good transition to kind of get into that?
That's an individual preference. That's probably our hardest thing to deal with when somebody comes in and says, what should I get?
Right.
I have to get to know you. And then now I'm starting to delve into a personal area, which is for me really uncomfortable if I'm talking to a woman.
Yeah.
Because now I don't want to have that creep factor.
Right.
So
right.
it's challenging. But we try to make it ease and then figure out what you're trying to really open
Accomplish
up about,
it,
and
yeah.
and we can help you narrow in on the different areas. There's literally like 5 to 10 different sections of the store that deal with like rear end play or just visual aids. We have
Nice.
life-size dolls that you can take in the carpool lane if you need to.
Oh yeah, and actually we do stories on people doing that
Yep.
all the time on morning radio for sure. So yeah, and those lifestyle dolls are getting more and more realistic as well, right? So what's your highest end sex doll? Like how much does that run? And because I mean I've seen a bunch of like just dead ringers online.
Yeah, I've actually bumped into them in the shows and excused myself because they're all dressed up. They look so lifelike.
Right.
Ironically, the higher end ones are like $3,800, but actually we sell them for about half that.
Really?
Yeah, we're a small mom and pop. We don't have employees to pay. We have one, but
Yeah.
it's Kendra and myself, my girlfriend.
Yeah.
So we try to pass the savings on along.
I love it.
We're a treasure trove in a small little box, so we don't have the overhead of the big building. It's a little cumbersome to find stuff sometimes, but we have it.
Nice. Let's get back on the air. Rock on 2.1 KFMA. Talking with Jack from the Bookstore Southwest Adult Shop off of Speedway, just east of Speedway on Craycroft. Fantastic stuff that they have in here, which is great. It's a mom and pop shop, locally owned. They pass the savings on to you, and they have tons of things and things that you won't find for any cheaper than at the Bookstore Southwest Adult Shop. And speaking of saving money, that's our half price Friday deal that we have going on. A $50 purchase will get you $100 in gift certificates. So you're literally getting 2 for 1. And if you are, or someone who's getting married here soon, you got a pretty cool little gift that you got here for the bachelorette parties, right? It's called Unveiled. What is this, Jack?
It's a board game, so at the bachelorette party, it gets things started. We have a lot of. I brought this because we have a lot of bachelorette and bachelor party. I mean,
Nice.
That's kind of
that's
one of our main.
like a bread and butter, right?
Right.
And of course, if you're planning a bachelor party or a bachelorette party, that can be difficult if you don't know what to do. And if you're looking for ideas, then you got you covered. This board game, bachelorette party, I imagine gets pretty risky. It's for girls on the go. What are some of the things that it says on the box? Like on the back of the box, what's some of the fun and games that this particular item has? Because this looks pretty cool.
Well,
Of the stuff we could say on the radio. There's a lot of
Just
stuff
FYI.
on the podcast broadcast stream that we showed off that I'm just like,
yeah.
oh yeah, we can't say that on the radio, but impressive. Super impressive.
Yeah, if there's under 18 listening, I can't talk about any of this. It's a board game. It's got 110 activity cards in it, 7 custom shoe play pieces. It's kind of like a Monopoly game.
Right. Monopoly game for kinky chicks.
There you go.
I mean, bachelorette party, that's when girls get wild, right? They get crazy and have a good time. So it's going to be risque. It's going to be naughty, tongue in cheek, and super fun for everybody that, participates in. So there's games for bachelorettes, there's games for bachelors, and accessories galore that I'd love to go through all the lists. I can't go through so much. I mean, there's just so much stuff. 33 years in business, mom and pop shop that Jack's been running right there. So I encourage you all to check it out. Valentine's Day is right around the corner. So the Bookstore Southwest Adult Shop got you covered. Whether you're looking for accessories, toys to spice up your love life, or just fun and games, they got it all. And again, they pass those savings on to you because it's not a big corporate deal. It's mom and pop with low overhead. So they look to try to they aim to please. And if you have questions, Jack has the answers, man. And trust me, we've had a lot of questions.
We've had a lot of questions.
Yeah. They're like, what does that do? What is that? Can I
What
look
kind
at
of
that?
batteries does it take?
Yeah, a lot of stuff is Bluetooth and
Mhm.
charged, and
USB.
so the inconveniences of the past when it comes to accessories are no more because technology's pretty much taken over.
Absolutely. You don't have to use a chainsaw motor anymore. We have an attachment for your sawzall.
Yeah, and there was stuff where I was just like, I'd never even considered it, and I've considered myself pretty open minded when it comes to this kind of stuff, right? I've been into an adult shop once or twice.
I saw you in our store.
All right. No,
Yeah.
blowing up my spot. Okay, I enjoy adult shops, but there were still things I'm like, oh wow, this looks really good for couples, married couples, and so much more. So the Bookstore Southwest Adult Shop is our half price Friday hookup for you. Go to kfma.com starting this Friday, and you're going to be able to get yourself a $100 gift certificate for only $50. Perfect for the Valentine's Day season. For more information, do you have a website or anything, Jack?
No, we tried the website, but you're dumping a lot of money
Yes.
into something. We'd rather save the money for the customers, give them better pricing.
Yeah, so that's what it is. I mean, Jack is doing a lot of savings to pass those on to you. So those are things like silicone dolls, body parts, things like that, accessories, extraordinaires. It's going to be difficult to find those items for cheaper than the Bookstore Southwest Adult Shops. Jack, I appreciate you coming in, showing off all these goodies. Looking forward to having a great Valentine's Day with you. No, it got weird. Okay.
No.
Sorry. No. But either way, this Friday at scafmay.com to get that information. Thanks for coming in, Jack. I hope to see you soon with some more goodies. All right.
Thanks.
All right. We're going to hit the
yeah.
reset. Be back with more Beef Vegan Presents after this. Of course, I had to make it weird at the end.
With you?
Yeah.
It's so hard in this subject matter.
I know.
It's a delicate dance.
All right. So we're hitting the reset. Say thank you to Jack, everybody.
Thanks, Jack.
And yes, this looks really cool.
Fun.
We'll be back with more right after this. Rock 102.1 KFMA. It's Beef Vegan Presents. Welcome back to the show. All right. We're going to debut a new segment right now that we're going to do every Thursdays. Now, Rico, my friend Rico, likes to take the Yelp, and he is a Yelp reviewer for years, certified, right?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah. And Rico gives 5-star reviews to numerous businesses, whether they're national chains or locals, all over the place. And here is the debut of Rico's 5-star reviews. What's your first review here, Rico?
The most recent one I did was In-N-Out Burger, the one on Broadway.
Oh, yes. I love this one. Go ahead. So what did you write for the review for In-N-Out Burger?
So I go, In-N-Out, I like going here because it's like visiting an old-timey burger joint when times were good.
Oh, yes.
When the economy was booming due to world wars, people were buying a house and 2 cars under one income.
Oh.
Where the men could smoke cigarettes inside the office and women couldn't vote. When music was sexy and the babes even sexier.
Oh, no.
When cheese was cheese, beef was beef, and men were men.
Oh.
Now we all deal with seed oils, fear of judgment, and the decline of Western civilization. Anyway, I think the quality onions in my double-double cured my ED. 5 stars. Love the funny hats.
Oh, that's good. Okay, there you go. So there was a lot of positive in there.
Yeah.
It went a little off the rails. I was saying, where are we going with this? But it all made sense. So 5 stars for it now. That's good. You got another 5-star review to share with us?
Dave and Buster's recently?
Oh, yeah, Dave and Buster's. They deserve 5 stars. What did you say for Dave and Buster's?
I said, as the night went on, I felt like Dave was the one who put in the actual groundwork into the faux Vegas aesthetic and dopamine-driven atmosphere. I think Buster was the one with the rich parents and let Dave do all the work. The Ben Affleck to Dave's Matt Damon, if you will.
Oh, no.
Still a satisfactory experience as a full-grown man. I do wish they would bring back real tickets, though. I do get a substantial amount of enjoyment flaunting my wealth in front of lower-class children.
Oh, no.
And I wasn't able to give them something to envy and downright aspire to since winnings are now digitized into a banking card.
Oh, yes.
This itself warrants concerns for young hackers who want my well-earned tickets. If I put hours into winning enough tickets for an air fryer, I don't think I have to want to worry about hacking from young Johnny or Mary, etc. Please bring back physical tickets so I can walk around with them like an ammo belt and impress all the drunk MILFs. Thank you. Mostly to Dave.
Still 5 stars.
5 stars.
All right, nice. Congratulations, Dave and Buster's, with another
you.
stellar 5-star review. And I think you're onto something. Yeah, Dave does seem like he's the workhorse in this scenario.
Absolutely.
All right, you got a final 5-star review for us here, Rico?
The Cheesecake Factory.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is back in
Cheesecake
LA.
Factory. Yeah. Oh, an LA Cheesecake Factory. You got 5 stars?
I did.
Okay, nice. All right, what did you say for them?
I said it was a very nice experience. My fat wife loves cheesecake. I love factories. It was more cheesecake than factory, much to my chagrin. Maybe it's something they will improve on in the future. Either way, it was food, and I needed the calorie surplus because everyone at the gym laughs at my gaunt thighs.
Oh, no.
Take care. 5 stars.
Nice. There you go. It's Rico's 5-star review. So maybe, hopefully, your business will get a 5-star review from Rico as he's out and about around town. All right. We have a lot to get to, but first, I have a pair of tickets to give away. 600 KFMA, 605 362. All right, we're back, and we didn't get booted off YouTube, I don't think. So keep those comments coming. I know that we were showing straight up dick.
Schlong. A lot of AM schlonging.
Amazing. But yeah, so let me go through some of these comments here. Obviously, this is our first show of the week because things were delayed. But
I think Manny won one of the comments here.
What comment?
I think for the anal bleach. We're off air, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm still hearing something bad. Is that the headphones? Yeah, that's the headphones there. But unplug those.
I think he was showing the anal bleach, and Manny said, "For the assholes that need to lighten up."
Yeah, nice. That's a catchphrase we'll have you go in. So I can't wait to show you guys this studio. As obviously you see, it's different, but it's opened up. There's still a ways to go as far as what we're going to be putting in this studio. You kind of see the light, the LED up light in the background here that I have. Let me move this. You can see the lighting be a little different. But even the lighting that we're having today is still makeshift. Okay, so you see that kind of up. Look at this.
I'm gonna grab the webcam, or you got it?
No, you're good. So I'm full screen. So I got that purple. Let's go green. Let's green. Boom.
Damn.
Yeah, let's do a little red in the background. I know, and it's not even set up where I need it to be yet. I think I can make it brighter. I'm fucking with shit. I know.
All the sex toys could do the same thing.
Yeah, sex toys can do the same thing. There we go. I'll go purple, and I'll increase the brightness here if I can. But I mean, either way, I bought some goodies. We have a lot of stuff that's planned for this new studio that I'm very excited about. But obviously, we're still in the demo phase, and it's still going to be a few weeks, unfortunately. As I was saying in the show open, I didn't air, but as we're still working out the kinks, I literally came in myself to start like hand building shit. But you know, with Scott, he did put it off the last minute, and he knows it's his bad, and he has apologized to me, and he's like, I fucked up, and I'm like, yeah, I get it, but okay, let's get it done now. So we started the process of getting this stuff done, and they thought they could get it done in a weekend. And I was only planning on not doing the podcast for this week as we work out the kinks, but this studio wasn't even running until 6:05 this morning. So,
The dead air and everything. It was just
yeah, so it's Thursday, and they've been working on it diligently, but there's a lot of different issues and troubleshooting they had to figure out on the fly, and I knew that it wasn't going to happen. And I get anxious. I'm cool to take a 3-day weekend, but 4-day weekend, 5-day weekend, that's when I start being like, no, I need to get back to work, man.
start to get the shakes.
Yeah, exactly. And so we have a lot of, again, fun stuff to do. The green was awesome. I will do the green again. Thanks, man.
On brand.
Yeah.
Brand colors.
Let's see. Oh, there we go. And it just kind of makes that pop. I think I'm going to move this banner to the window. And once we get the trellises up and we get the ring lights on everyone, and we're going to have 4 mics, so I'll be able to get some more guests in. I got to get used to my mic being on a different side. But with the 4 mics, that will be good. Ring lights on every mic. And cameras on every mic. So we're going to be able to be set there.
Mhm.
And then what's cool with that is once we have the ring lights, then we could bring down the overhead lights, have the up lights kind of show off the background, make this room look bigger. And then another thing I'm working on is we have a lot of room in this room to be able to set up a band, right, for live music performances. But the sound quality has not always been there. So I'm getting a secondary mixer, which I'll have mics and cords for, and then I'll be able to mic up the band, mix them down, and then channel them through the board. And that's kind of like
Work your magic.
yeah, work my magic, have some good in studio performances and a bunch of stuff. So I'm stoked. I'm frustrated. I'm already exhausted. I was telling Rico by 6:15, I was already done.
Yeah. You had so much anger boiling through your body. You're just like, I'm spent.
Frustration,
Yeah.
And the thing is, I've had the show sheet like fucking together and ready since Monday.
Mhm.
And I've updated it, but I've honestly not even looked at the show sheet today. Today's just literally just like, all right, we're just gonna go fly by the seat of our pants.
And it could have been worse.
Of course,
Could have been way worse. I think that worked out fine. First hour was like, yeah, just working out the kinks.
yeah.
But now we're
I didn't get a new computer yet, Ken, but they are working on a new computer, which is good, and that's going to be important because the things that we're going to need to do, like we're going to do green screen, and we're going to set that up as well, so we can include more sketches, and it's different ways to have fun during the stream.
we did like a live newscast.
Yes, 100% live newscast that we'll
from-
be able to do with a good little green screen background. And, there's a lot. It's going to be fun. And that's all I'm going to say. And I have aspirations to really bring it over the top. And we got, we have our army and our crew in place. Now we just got to get all the technology to catch up with us. And then it's off to the races. Let's have a good time with it. So
Yeah, we broke the seal with a bunch of sex toys. That's a good start.
yeah.
Yeah.
We just tested to see if we could stream on YouTube and Facebook while showing pictures of cocks. It's not a real cock, it's just a picture of the cock.
cock.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah. It's a Bluetooth cock. It's
yeah,
classic.
no, so Anthony said 3. First off, I set up the green light. And the board. Scott is fired. No, it's more than that. In fact, actually, Rico, get back in your phone. Because I want you to do a walk around to show Anthony and everyone else exactly what happened. Because right now it could look like, okay, nothing really happened. Because you're still seeing me
the
with the
animals and
flag.
everything.
Yeah. So pop in there. We're gonna show it off here. Okay.
Entering studio. Let me change the camera.
If it was just that, Anthony, I'd 100% agree with you. And trust me, I was still frustrated just by how long things were taking, but like they did it to themselves. Like they're working hard, but at the same time they've been grinding. Okay, so here's Rico. I'm adding him to the stream. Turn your phone sideways too, Rico, so it goes full screen. There it is. All right, so see how open the room is? So when Rico walks in, this is the setup now, right? So you have this wide open space, and then we have the desk that is actually a standing desk of sorts, right? And come around here to the side.
I think it's mirrored. My bad.
Is it mirrored? That's fine. All right, so this is the side where I'm at. Okay, you see the full board computers. Now they're gonna have trestles up. That's gonna be up. These computers are gonna be hanging, and we're gonna be able to move those around and then be able to adjust our ring lights. And then right behind Rico. So if you stand back here, this area right here is actually going to be our green screen, and I'll show you. Now, you're not going to see that area while we're live, right? You're going to be focused on, and the cameras are going to be pointing towards everybody who's speaking. But then when we go to our little different bits, we could have a camera set up pointing directly at the green screen, and then bam, now we're doing like a sketch with a green screen background, and we could have fun. We could do different challenges. We could do our straight up like news and different type of segments, but it definitely opens up the options for creativity. And there's anal bleach. Yes. Okay. So this is the desk, and underneath they have the computers. So it does look better, and it really opens up this room a lot. And turns this into a real studio. Now we're still in the broom closet, but trust me, what I was working with before is shit. I still have shit, but when it's all said and done, it should be better than shit. It should be legit. I go from shit to legit.
Shit to legit.
Yeah. So that's where we're at. Now, what do you think? Again, they're working on it. There's still stuff.
It's a damn good start.
It is. Oh, we were definitely going to do more skits like that, and we're already planning 420. So,
Oh, it's almost close to 420 already.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Corey, I will invite you in studio, man. Yeah, no, and all right. So he's telling me about hearing about the advertisements for the sidekick on the show, which I think that's closed. No more applications, please. Please, we'll move forward. Yeah.
Please.
All right, we're back here live in a brand new studio. We're still working out the kinks here, and that's pretty much been the entire focus, is to try to troubleshoot on the fly. But we've had a couple guests in studio as well to give away things, and I'm not even done giving away stuff, Rico.
You're never done giving away stuff.
I'm never done. I will give away another pair of tickets for the Freaks on Parade tour before this show is over. Okay, so I just want to give you a heads up on that. So you want to keep listening for your opportunity to win those. But let's see. What do you think the number one dream job worldwide is?
Owning your own multi-billion-dollar company?
No.
No.
Well, I mean, entrepreneur, yeah, that's the number 5 dream job. But when you own your own business, then you have to do everything, right? So it's not the number one. But there was new research that came up a list of dream jobs worldwide, and they did it by looking into targeted online search results for stuff like how to be a.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So entrepreneur was number 5. Even billionaire is not on the list. YouTubers, number 4. So what do you think the number 1 job is?
Astronaut.
No, people don't want to be an astronaut anymore. Are you kidding me? It's a pilot. And yes, which is odd, right? Because you're hearing about strikes all the time and how unhappy pilots are at Southwest and all the different airlines.
Well, people just assume it's automated now. Like, oh, you push a button.
Yeah.
And you get to sit back and
how do I
laid.
get to press a button and sit back and get laid is a top Google search. And people are like, oh, you mean become a pilot?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the number 1 job that people are searching for worldwide, with writer number 2 and stripper at number 3, actually, or dancer. But I'm assuming that DJ did not even make the top 10. Now, I've been doing this long enough where DJ was in the top 10 for many, many years, but I was watching it decline. And I'm sure when I ask this question again this time next year, it'll be a number 30. But right now it's number 11. Now, they're not talking about radio DJ, obviously. They're talking about EDM DJ, where you get paid stupid money and bang 19-year-olds. I wasn't smart enough to go down that route. Instead, I'm doing D jokes on the radio. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Feeling good. In China, the number 1 dream job is a dietitian. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. South Korea, it's police officer. And in Mexico, it's YouTuber. So, they're like, the only way out is to make some good YouTube. So,
Right.
mm-hmm.
So pilot or virtual star of some sort.
Yeah, you know, the problem with this list is doctor or anything that really benefits people's health and
Right.
society didn't make the top 10 in any list in any country. So we're doomed. We're not going to have doctors, but we'll definitely have YouTube videos
Right.
on how to be a doctor
How
and
to
a
fix
pilot.
yourself.
Yeah. All right. We got your beef tip coming up after Metallica. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. All right. Just shooting the shiz, man. Shooting the shiz. So
Speaking of which,
Hmm.
when's the last time you went to WebMD?
Oh, I try to stay away from that
Good.
most of the time, you know, because when you look anything up, it's immediately cancer and you're dying.
Yep.
So why you ask?
Just curious.
Did you just look something
No,
up?
it just reminded me talking about doctors and everything. It is terrifying, though. You do think about that. I think that was one of the big discussions about TikTok here versus in China. You've heard about that whole scandal, right?
No, what?
About how they're algorithmically different. Like in China, they show educational videos and how to do things to be a better member of society versus here, where it's just booty shaking and, you know, twerking and stupid shit.
Right.
So,
Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, ours is booty shaking and well, China like controls that, right? With their algorithms. Huh.
Oh, yeah. There's tons of YouTube videos out right now talking about that whole scandal about, yeah, it's like literally just kind of manipulation of the youth in a rival country. And that's how you do it. You show people stupid things, dumb them down, and it's like, eee.
Oh, you're speaking of stupid things. I have something to show for you. But what do you know about this Twitter lock thing? Do you know anything?
I think I saw something recently about, people are trying out like the lock feature where they're only going to be shown tweets to their followers.
Yeah,
fans?
it protects their tweets from being shadow banned to their
Oh.
followers. So if you're gonna speak and be crazy, like, you know, just speak a shit that
Talking out your ass.
Yeah, talking out your ass. You could run your mouth to your followers and it won't get shadow banned. No matter how crazy the conspiracy theory may be or how hateful it might come off as. They're just like, oh, no, you're fine to your followers. If
You
you
got
have
a tiny
enough,
little padlock.
right?
You're
Yeah.
good.
So Elon has one, and I was wondering what the hell that was, but there it is. But this is where we're at as a society. Japan's always a good indicator as to where we're at as far as deplorable level, right? Are we lazy enough to want to buy this? Check this out, Rico. It is a wearable beanbag. Now it makes this little girl look adorable, right? But they can lay down wherever and be comfortable while looking like Teletubbies. And yes, there's adult sizes too. Or so if you want
to look like a ball sack and rest wherever you want.
100% looks like a ball sack. Just like, oh, imagine if you're just like sitting around the house and be like, yeah, it's just lazy day. You know, it's Sunday. Let's just be a couple nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, hug them.
That is funny.
This is an actual company.
You would think they would choose a different color at least.
Right. Not make
flesh tone.
Flesh tone ball sacks. They created this wearable beanbag chair, and the clearest way to explain them is, of course, looks like Grimace or a ball sack. The idea is whenever you're tired, you'll just be carrying around this extra weight. So you just plop down wherever and you're in a beanbag. Now, I don't know if these will take off in Arizona because it's usually pretty hot. And these things seem like you get pretty sweaty inside a ball sack. I mean, I know it gets pretty sweaty outside the ball sack. So inside the ball sacks, it's got to be like 5,000 degrees.
Dude, if you invent a ball sack HVAC system, then you're going to be a millionaire.
Yeah, I've been working on it for many years. I keep electrocuting myself, so I'm way off. They come in different colors. Child size is about $60. The large one is $120, and they weigh about 11 pounds. I mean, this thing, if you're trying to get fit, I will say this, because I know you've done pretty extreme diets and workout plans. Wear that all day throughout the summer. Not only are you carrying extra weight, but you're also sweating the extra weight off. I mean, it's pretty legit.
I do like in Japan, though, they have to invent fat people. Basically, we're over here, you see people look like this all the time. Just give up. And
they
just
still have fat
down.
people, not as many.
Well, they're professional wrestlers.
Yes, sumo wrestlers. Oh, look at this, even designs. Oh, I'm sure Disney signed off on those ball sacks.
They're going to sue those ball sacks right quick.
So that's where we're at. But, you know,
That's
it's
funny.
where we're going as a society. Japan's always first to kind of be the indicator. Of course, they are the company that invented used panty vending machine.
They're 5 years ahead at all times.
Yeah, if you wore, I want a purple ball suit, look like Grimace. Yeah.
You get sued by McDonald's and Disney in the same week.
Yeah. I saw that in South Park, the ball cancer one. Yeah. So you're just a giant bouncing ball going down the road.
Yep.
Very nice.
it comes a little hair on there too.
All right, let's see where we're at on time.
I was watching a podcast, I think yesterday or this morning too, talking about a topic that doesn't get talked about too much, which is the societal collapse because people aren't fucking as much anymore.
Yes,
You heard about that?
I have talked about it. Yes, I've seen it. There's plenty of different studies because the idea was during COVID lockdown, they were preparing and afraid of a baby boom, right?
Mhm.
Everyone's going to be locked inside their house. So what are you going to do to pass the time? Have sex, and then that would essentially lead to people having babies. But what they didn't anticipate was people were so worried about the state of the world and the economy and their own financial income that they're just like, there's no way I'm going to bring an extra life into this world as is, and I can't afford it, or I don't trust that I will be able to afford it. So people are more concerned about the responsibility that's involved with all that, and it has caused a decline in birth rate. What I didn't know is we kind of need a lot of people to breed a healthy economy. I mean, it's working for China, right? For every person born, that's another future consumer. In a capitalist society, I guess we need a lot of consumers. So they're afraid that it would totally wreck the economy and destroy everything that we know. But it seems a little too apocalyptic to be true.
But it's they all say it's one of those situations that sneaks up on society, when it's too late, like in the game. They're like, oh well, oops.
And but see, you take it with a grain of salt, and I don't necessarily trust it because they're just like, hey, no, guys, go out there and keep on fucking.
That's what I was about to bring up. Like, you're actually helping the cause here. You tell Tucson all the time.
Always, right? But I also don't tell them to just procreate at will because, if you can't afford to raise a kid. Well, here's the thing. I couldn't afford to raise a kid, and I ended up raising a kid. So I understand the hesitancy, right? But you find a way. And it's idiocracy, literally, how we're living. And Shamanti just went through this, my old co-host. They were trying for quite some time. Now, Shamanti and his wife do have a beautiful baby boy, but they were trying for quite some time, and they were stressed about it. And the reason why is they kind of waited. They waited to the right moment. And the idiocracy theory is that stupid people just fuck and just bang out kids, while the smarter and more intelligent ones that you really want to procreate, we're waiting for the ideal time to make sure they got all their ducks in a row. I got to finish college. I have to establish my career and get some savings, and then boom, now we're ready. But then you kind of missed that window, and then the stupid people started outbreeding more so than the smart people, and that is definitely still happening. But at the same time, having kids as a broke person, a poor person, kind of enslaves you into the system and keeps you poor, and then you create generational poverty. And if you don't have money, you're not free. You're a slave to the system and the economy. Money is freedom. I was trying to explain this to my daughter yesterday. The freedom to go to see a good doctor, to keep you healthy, the freedom to take vacation, the freedom to say no.
Right.
Those are all things that we don't understand. So we don't have actual slavery today or slavery as we know it. But most of us here in society are enslaved to the system just to get by. When I was working 3-4 different gigs and going not even paycheck to paycheck because I'm working under the table, I didn't have the luxury of saying no. I had to, if I had a gig coming in with money, I had to do it. How many weddings, how many birthday parties, celebrations, how many different life events did I miss out on? I'm talking about my own birthdays and my own personal things. Did I miss out on because I had to take that dollar because I didn't know when the next dollar was going to come?
Right.
So I'm a slave to that. And
compounding stress and anxiety and all that.
Yeah. So the only way to be free, mentally, physically, is to make enough money to be free. And if you don't make enough money in that, then you are technically a slave to the system and the economy. And if they're telling you to have kids to save the economy, but you're still poor, tell them to go fuck off, right? Because it's like, no, you're just trying to not only enslave me or keep me enslaved, you're trying to enslave my kids and my kids' kids, right?
We're not fucking because you're fucking us.
Yeah, it's not getting better for poor people, in case you noticed. The rich continue to get richer, poor gets poor.
It's unfortunate.
How do we get on this soapbox? Is it the new studio?
I think so.
All right.
I think because we want Tucson to keep fucking.
Yeah, well, I will say this. So I did get my daughter went to Chiba Hut and said that somebody put a sticker over my sticker.
Oh, you did mention that.
Fucking blasphemous.
Yep.
So I
It's a
went
sin.
back to Chiba Hut and I tagged over that. So now generationally, I got
With a
two
new
stickers.
sticker, or
Oh,
did
yeah.
you peel it off? Okay.
No, not peeling it off. I'm just like, I got an extra sticker, but bam, babooski.
How dare they?
Uh-huh.
You think it was a rival?
No, it was like a clothing company. Which is fine.
Trying to stomp on your territory, bro.
No. All right, so I'm looking through it. Now you see me looking to the left here.
To the left, to the left.
Or that's the right.
Either one. Pick your poison.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get out of here. But yeah, this is day one. But again, we're still in demo status. We're gonna continue to be in demo status for a couple weeks.
It's an exciting place to be, though.
Are you stoked about it?
I'm stoked about everything right now.
Nice.
Delay cream. Stellar.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Tomorrow morning we should have a jam-packed show, and that'll be fun as well. So I appreciate you guys for riding it out and coming back to us. 2.1 KFMA. Just thanking the streamers real quick for joining us again, even though we haven't had a podcast all week long. And our first one, of course, is we're still troubleshooting. We still got things that we have to work out as far as the tech side, but our engineers are on top of it, and we look forward to a very exciting 2023.
Yeah.
We got a lot of big plans to just try to entertain you guys out there, and of course, hook you up with tons of different concert tickets and goodies to the best restaurants in town. Speaking of which, I'd like to thank our in-studio guest today, Chef Kenneth Foy from Dante's Fire, for participating in Tap Out. Don't forget about their Valentine's Day promotion that they got going on. $65 a person will get you 3.5 courses. Dante's Fire, get your reservations in now because they will fill up. But Dante's Fire, definitely a go-to spot for a Valentine's Day destination for some fine dining. And of course, I'd like to thank Jack for coming in from the adult bookstore because he showed us things that I didn't even know existed. It's amazing. And the Bookstore Southwest Adult Shop, just east of Speedway on Craycroft, or on Speedway just east of Craycroft, is the destination that you want to check out. And it's also going to be our half off Friday deal that we have going on at KFMA.com starting tomorrow. So $50 purchase will get you $100 in gift certificates. $100 in gift certificates can get you a whole lot of Anole bleach.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So definitely check them out.
Check our stream out too, by the way.
Yeah, check it out before YouTube bans us, because we showed things where I'm like, oh, I'm pretty sure that's pornographic. It's awesome. Sure. Yeah. I mean, that's a full-blown penis, but okay. But it is fun. You can check it out, youtube.com/beefvegan. While you're there, don't forget to subscribe. That's all the time we have for the show, so no beef tip. But I will give you this. Caller number 10 right now. We'll get a pair of tickets for Rob Zombie and Alice Cooper. It's Freaks on Parade Tour. If you want to win those tickets, call right now. Caller number 10 is going to win them before they go on sale Friday morning at 10 a.m. Robin Nash is up next. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and rock local. Later.
You wish upon a side of beef. Soon will come an end to all your grief.
Later, guys.
But if you've been mean or kind of bad,
I love you.
I will knock out all your teeth.